All right, let's talk about what it really takes to be a successful business owner. We're going to break down the 10 essential skills that separate the businesses that thrive from the ones that, well, don't. Let's jump right in. I mean, who hasn't had that dream, right? Being your own boss, calling the shots, building something from scratch that is 100% yours. It's a huge motivator for so many people. But here's the thing. Turning that dream into a reality that actually lasts, that takes a whole lot more than just a brilliant idea. Okay, brace yourself because here comes the tough part. That number you're seeing, 20%, that's not just some random statistic. The old 80-20 rule is painfully real in the world of startups. It means a staggering 80% of new businesses fail. So what's the secret sauce for that 20% that actually makes it? Well, it's not luck. It really comes down to mastering a core set of skills. So to make this all digestible, we've bundled these 10 skills into 3 big categories. First up, we'll talk about what I call the business machine, the nuts and bolts. Then we'll get into the people side of things, and we'll wrap up with the mindset and vision that holds everything together. Simple as that. All right, let's dive into part 1, the business machine. These are the skills you can't skip. They're the absolute fundamentals of running your operations. Think of your business like a car engine. If any one of these parts is broken or even just a little weak, the whole thing is going to grind to a halt. And inside this machine, we've got 4 key steps. It all kicks off with getting a handle on your finances. Then you got to have a product or service people actually want to buy. After that, you need to shout about it with great marketing. And finally, you have to be able to close the deal. Let's dig into each of these. Okay, skill number 1, financial management. You have got to know your numbers inside and out. And the most important number of all, your cash flow. That's just the money coming in versus the money going out. It sounds simple, but if more is going out than coming in, you are on a fast track to failure. Seriously, a healthy cash flow is the literal heart of your business. If it stops pumping, the whole thing dies. Next up, your product or your service. This is the bedrock of your entire company. Look, you can have the fanciest marketing in the world, and it might get you that first sale. But if the product is garbage, they're never coming back. Only real quality creates loyal customers and a stable business. Anything less, and you're basically building a skyscraper on sand. But hey, having the best product in the world doesn't mean a thing if nobody knows about it, right? That's where marketing steps in. And let's be real, the marketing game today looks nothing like it did even 10 years ago. Online marketing has completely changed everything. It's the great equalizer, letting a small startup reach a massive audience on a shoestring budget. It's an incredible opportunity. And all that great marketing leads us right here to sales. I like to think of it like this. Marketing gets people to knock on your door. Sales is what convinces them to come inside and actually buy something. You can have all the traffic and all the likes in the world, but if you can't turn that interest into actual money, you don't have a business, plain and simple. This skill is what pays the bills. Okay, so we've got the machine running, but a business isn't just code and spreadsheets, right? It's powered by people. So this next section, part 2, is all about the human element, leading, working together, and building a team that's way more powerful than you could ever be on your own. And that really begins with networking. Let me tell you, this idea of the lone wolf entrepreneur is a total myth. Success is a team sport. Your network gives you mentors, it gives you that insider info, it's your support system. These are the people who help you see around corners and grab opportunities you'd totally miss flying solo. It's about genuine relationships, not just racking up LinkedIn connections. Which brings us right to self-awareness. Here's a secret. You don't have to be good at everything. In fact, you can't be. The smartest leaders know exactly what they rock at, and they are brutally honest about what they're terrible at. Why? Because that's how you build an amazing team. You find people who are strong where you are weak. That's how you create something where 1 + 1 = 10. Exactly. Once you know your weaknesses, you have your hiring map. It's so true that a company is only as good as its people, and your job as the leader is to find those amazing people, make sure they understand the why behind what you're doing, help them grow, and treat them like human beings. A killer team, that's your ultimate competitive advantage. It's everything. All right, we've covered the machine and the people. Now for the final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle, your mindset. This is the internal game. You could have a perfect business model and a rock star team, but if your head's not in the right place, the first sign of trouble will make you fold. This is all about mental toughness and seeing the big picture. First up in the mindset category, how you handle failure. I love this quote because it's so true. The most successful people out there,
They're the ones who've messed up the most. The difference is they don't see failure as a dead end. They see it as data. Every single mistake is a tuition payment for the school of entrepreneurship. It's a lesson that makes you smarter and stronger for whatever comes next.
And that mindset is totally connected to having a positive attitude. Now, I don't mean being naively optimistic like everything is sunshine and rainbows. It's about being resourceful. Problems are going to happen. Crises will pop up. Your job isn't to pretend they don't exist. It's to dig in and find the opportunity that's always hiding inside the chaos.
And the skill that ties this all together is vision. You've heard it a million times. Business is a marathon, not a sprint. And that marathon is getting faster every single year. Having vision isn't just about, I want to make $1 million. It's about looking at the horizon, seeing the trends, and steering your ship toward where the world is going, not just where it is today. You have to be proactive, not reactive.
So there you have it. Those are the 10 skills that separate the 20% who succeed from the rest. But, just listening to this isn't enough. Knowing is half the battle, but doing is what counts. So let's talk about your next move. So let's just recap the toolkit real quick. You've got the nuts and bolts, the business machine, finance, product, marketing, sales. You've got the human element, the people, networking, self-awareness, team building. And you've got the inner strength, the mindset, handling failure, staying positive, and having a vision. These are the 3 legs of the stool. You need all of them for a stable, successful business. And that all leads to the single most important question of all. I want you to really think about this. Looking at that list, be honest. Which one of these is your weakest link? What's the one skill that, if you improved it, would make the biggest difference for you right now? And more importantly, what's one small thing you can do, literally today, to start working on it?